Hello and welcome to another lesson within SOLIDWORKS. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to assemble the parts of the steamroller. So you will be given the parts and I'm going to show you how to assemble them together. When we have them assembled together, I will show you how to generate a photorealistic image of the steamroller. So for the moment, I'm going to close this. And within our existing folder, so my Mr. Kerwin SOLIDWORKS lessons folder, I want you to create a new folder and we will call this Lesson 7 Steamroller then. Now we need to copy the parts of the steamroller in here, and they will be within your shared drive where you access them on the network. So you should have Lesson 7 Steamroller. If you double click into that, you should have access to all of the parts, and I want you to select them all, right click, copy, and we will go into our own folder. So this time I'm in my own folder or your own folder, and this is going to go into the folder we just created. So lesson 7, I will right click and click paste. So now all of these parts for steamroller are in our own folder, and we are going to assemble all of these together. So now I want you to go into SOLIDWORKS and we will go to File, New, and we will go to Assembly. So when an assembly opens, it will automatically bring you into Begin Assembly. I'm going to X out of that because I want to save it. I will just check I'm in millimeters, which I am, and I want to save it as well. So File, Save, and let's make sure we are in our correct folder. So your own folder, Lesson 7, and let's call it Assembly of Steamroller. So now my name has changed up here. So I want you to go to Insert Component and click Browse, and I want you to go looking for the steamroller body. So steamroller body, click it and click Open. And that automatically comes into the page and you can see that it is moving around. I want you to left click to confirm it on the page somewhere. Now we want to start assembling some parts. We're going to start off with the front upright that will go in here. So I will go to Insert Component and click Browse and click Front Upright and click Open. Now you can see that the orientation of this is slightly askew, but let's just position it towards the front of it. And again, I'm going to left click to confirm it in position. Now if I move around, you can see that it is slightly out of position. One of the first things we're going to do is I want to rotate this so it is almost in the right position. To do that, I'm going to right click over the object and go Move with Triads. And what I want is I want the hole to be down towards the bottom. So I'm going to click this blue here and it will rotate it up. And then I'm going to click the red and rotate it up again. And that is quite close to what we want. So to get out of that, I'll just click on the screen and it is close enough to what we want. We can now mate that together to make sure it is in the correct position. So I will go to Mate, and what I will do is I want to make this surface here with this surface here. I will confirm that. I want to mate this surface here with this inside surface here. I will confirm that. And I want to make it flush with the top there so you can see it's moving up and down. I want to make that top surface there with this top surface here, and I can confirm that there. Now let me go back to isometric, and you can see that it is locked into position. So our next stage is to insert the actual axle to go into the hole here. So to do that, I will go to Insert Component, click Browse, and look for the front axle and click Open. Now when it comes in a little bit askew, so I'm going to left click on the screen and I'm going to rotate this so it's kind of in the correct orientation for the hole. So I will right click, go move with triad, and I want you to click the green circle then and rotate it around. Right click, move with triad, click the green circle and rotate it around. Now, to get out of that command, I just clicked on the screen. I want you to go to mate, and I want us to make the inside surface with the outside surface, and I can confirm that. Now it's still moving in and out. Now obviously I need it locked into position, so I'm going to look at the end of this, and there will be a small bit of calculating. Now we could just move it up by eye, but it may move in time. We need to lock it into position. So I want you to go to layout and click smart dimension, and we're going to smart dimension the upright, which is 15, and also the length of the actual axle, which is 60. So we need to calculate how much do we want this sticking out either side. So if I take 15 from 60, that gives me 45. 45 divided by 2 gives me 22.5. So that means it's going to be sticking out 22.5 on the left and the right. So remember that number. Let's go to assembly, let's go to mate, and I want you to mate this surface with the end of the axle, and you can see that that becomes nice and flush, but I want it sticking out a small bit. So I want you to click distance, and you can see that for me automatically it has 23 millimeters. I want you to go to 22.5, and I will confirm that, and you should have seen a small movement in that. And if I go to the end, you can see that it is now locked into position. It is not moving from left to right. So I will confirm that and go back to isometric. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to input some of the front wheels. So I will go to insert component, browse, and front wheel. So I want you to click front wheel and click open. And again, you can see the orientation is slightly out. So I will left click on the screen. The hole is only on one side, so if I rotate it around, there is no hole on the other side. So the hole is only on one side. So again, I'm going to right click, move with triad, and I'm going to insert this wheel here first. So I will move it around so the hole is facing the direction of the actual axle. I will confirm that then. And I want you to go to mate, and what we will do is we will make the outside surface of the axle with the inside surface of the actual wheel, and you can see that it moves into position. I can confirm that. Now it's still on the axle, but it's more than likely moving in and out. What we want to do then is we want to orientate it so we can see the bottom surface of the actual wheel, so this surface here. So I want us to click, again we're in mate, I want you to click this surface here, and you can see it in blue there, it's the very inside, the very end surface of the axle, and you can see that it is now locked into position. It cannot move left or right or up and down. So I want to insert another component, and this component will be the other wheel. So I will go to insert component, click browse, and click front wheel again. And as before, the orientation is slightly out. So you can see that the hole is here. I want to right click, click move with triad, and rotate it around. So right click, move with triad, click the green and rotate it around. And I want to mate, again, the inside surface with the outside surface of the actual axle. I will confirm that. Now I'm going to drag this out. You can see it's on the actual axle. I also want to mate the inside surface of the bottom surface of the actual hole with the end surface of the dowel, and that locks that into a position. The next thing I want to do is I want to insert the actual exhaust, which will go into this hole here. So I will go to Insert Component, click Browse, and click Exhaust and Open. Now I want to go to Mate, and I want to mate the inside surface of the hole with the outside surface of the actual exhaust, and it goes into position. Now it's actually in the hole, but it is moving up and down, and as before I want us to mate the very bottom surface. So I'm going to click the bottom surface here with the very bottom surface of the actual exhaust, and it goes into position. Now you can see the exhaust should be generally around that way generally. So what I'm going to do is maybe look at the top of it, rotate it around until it looks fairly straight, and what we will do is within Mate we're going to lock this to this, and I can confirm that, and now it's locked into position. I cannot rotate it. The next thing I want to do is I want to insert the rear axle. So I will go to Assembly, I can go to Insert Component, and I can click Browse, and there should be a back axle, so I can double click that to bring it in, and you can see that the orientation is a little bit out. So I'm going to left click on the screen to confirm it, and I'm going to right click over the component and click Move with Triad, and I'm going to click the green circle here and rotate it around so it is roughly in the same direction. And to confirm that, I will just left click on the screen. I want us to go to Mate, and I want us to mate the inside surface of the hole with the outside surface of the dowel, and you can see that goes into position. Now I want us to look at the back of it, and you can see that the actual thing is going in and out, but it is not locked into position. So again, we will have to calculate. So I will exit out of Mate. I will go to Layout, Smart Dimension, and I want to Smart Dimension maybe the dowel first. The length of the dowel, which is 120, and the width of the back of it, which is 75. So we have a difference between 75 and 120 is 45, and 45 divided by 2 is 22.5. So again, very similar to our previous one. So I want to click Assembly, click Mate, and I want to make this surface with this surface here, but the distance will be 22.5. Now you notice here that we do have a flip direction option. If I click that, you can see that it does go in the other direction, but I'm happy with what I have because I can see that it is equal either side, and I will confirm that then. And the next thing I want to do is to bring in the actual wheels. So again, Insert Component, click Browse, and the back wheel this time. So I will bring one of them in, and again the orientation is a little bit out. Right click, Move with Triad, and rotate the green wheel just to bring it around a small bit. Left click on the screen to confirm it. I want to click Mate. I want to make the outside surface of the axle with the inside surface of the actual wheel. I will confirm that, and you can see that the wheel is still coming in and out. I just want to mate the outside surface of the wheel with the outside surface of the actual axle. And now that is locked into position. I want to do the exact same with the other side. Insert Component, click Browse, back wheel, right click, Move with Triad, and Mate. So I will mate the outside surface with the inside surface here, and I want to click. Now you can see that it's going in and out. I want to lock it into position. To do that, I would click Mate. I'm already in Mate, the outside surface with the outside surface, and that confirms that there. And let's go back to isometric, and you can see that we're nearly there. The next thing I want to do is I want to bring in the cab support. So if I go to insert component, click browse, and I'll go to cab support and click open. Now we're going to have to bring 4 of these in. So for the moment, we'll just do 1, and I want to mate the inside surface here with the outside surface of the actual support. Confirm that. And as before, I want to mate the bottom surface here with the bottom surface here, and I can confirm that. I want us to do that 3 more times. So insert component, click browse, cab support, mate this to this, confirm, bottom surface here, the bottom surface there. Insert component, click browse, cab support, mate. Let's do this one here, mate this with this, confirm that, confirm that. The very bottom with this surface here, confirm that, and one more. Insert component, click browse, cab support, mate that there, confirm that. I'm just going to pull this up a small bit so that will allow me to see the bottom. So I will make that with that there, and I can confirm that then. The final thing I want to do then is I want to insert, click browse, and the cab cover. So click cab cover and click OK. Now when this comes in, we are going to have to rotate it as well. So I will right click, click move a triad, and again I want you to rotate it so it's going at roughly 90 degrees. I will confirm that then. And as before, I want to mate, and I'm going to make sure I pick the right ones. I'm going to make this one here with this one here. So this outside surface here with that outside surface there. I can confirm that. And what I will do is I'm going to mate the very inside surface here with the very top surface here. I can now confirm that as well. Now if I go to isometric view, you can see that we only mated this one here, so it's probably still rotating around. So realistically, I want to make just one more upright. So I'm going to rotate it around, and I'm going to click mate. I'll just cancel out that again. Make sure that there's no blue surfaces selected. Click mate. Click the outside surface here with the inside surface here. Click confirm, and that should now be locked into position. I can now not move it. Now I'm going to click save. So that is the actual object drawn. I'm going to generate a photorealistic image of that. For me, I'm already in photorealistic images, so that is under render tools. If you have not got it, go to tools and add-ins and click photo view 360. For me, it is already ticked. I will go to render. Now I'm going to try and position it so it's in the screen, in the center of the screen. Let's go to preview window just to see what the positioning is like. That is fairly okay. I'm happy with that. So I will go to final render, and I have this set to a very high quality image. So as a result, it will take a while. So it's coming to the end of the photorealistic image generation, and as you can see that is it done. So I would just click save, and I want you to save that in your SOLIDWORKS lesson. So lesson 7, Steamroller, and call it Steamroller photo image maybe. So that is the end of this lesson.